Once the sun appears, the colors of dawn start to shimmer with white. The sunlight cuts through the darkness, sending its rays to illuminate the land of Morocco. Out of these nights and days emerge travelers from afar, heading north to nest. Carried by the Simoom, G.E.I.E, and Elysée winds from the southwest, the white stork flies from Africa to Europe. On their long route, some make a halt in Rabat, capital of the Kingdom of Morocco. This wading bird has chosen an exceptional spot to nest. On the site of some ancient ruins, the Marinid civilization built a mysterious necropolis here. High walls ring this 13th century city of the dead, of which now remains only the kubas, these white tombs where the saints lie, and the ruins of the city. In the Chellah fortress, the storks nest in peace.
It's a fairly quiet site, which is why it plays host to this extraordinary population of white storks, who find it a perfect spot to make their nests. There are the many ruins. There are also trees and many sites on the rocks. I think this has been going on for a long time because there are some old images that date back to the 1920s in which you can see white stork couples nesting at the site.
The ancient site of Chellah attracts historians as well as ornithologists like Imad, who watches over this gentle bird that features in many beliefs and tales.
There are many fables and legends surrounding these creatures, especially the white stork. It's to do with the way of standing. It's a bipedal bird, which stands upright. And given its size, and from a distance, one might think it's a man wearing a white Djellaba.
Storks clack their beaks at the end of their mating display, while school children take history and natural science classes outdoors. The white storks seem to like the Chellah fortress, this garden with its magical atmosphere, so much that they've decided to move in permanently at the risk of abandoning their migratory habits.
We've seen the stork for practically 2 decades now. It's tending to become a sedentary bird in Morocco, especially in the plains. Having said that, in the mountainous regions, it still retains its migratory behavior. As scientists, we follow the populations and the population trends among white storks because this tells us a great deal about the state of health of the environment.
Storks, like all migratory birds, are a key indicator of climate change. revealing the quality of natural environments in terms of available food, peacefulness, and water resources. Chellah, which is a protected site, is welcoming increasing numbers of white storks, which underlines the quality of this environment. Perched on the side of the Jebel Dersa mountain, the white expanse of Tetuán stretches out in the sun of northern Morocco. In the first half of the 20th century, this city was the capital of the Spanish protectorate. Its architecture and music bear testimony to a far older Andalusian legacy. Violin, lute and percussion. The musicians wear white, a sign of prestige and pomp. Tetuán is famed for its medina. Townsfolk in white Djellabas pass down its narrow streets. It's Friday, the most important day of prayer in the week. A symbol of purity, the white Djellaba, made of wool or light fabric, is part of a long tradition. The center and south of Morocco remains profoundly rural, and that is where the wool is worked. In the foothills of the Middle Atlas, the most prestigious and most sought-after white wool Djellabas in the kingdom are made. Here, in the rural town of Bzou, is where the best cloth is to be found. Every Friday in the souk, rolls of fabric are sold at auction. The weavers give their cloth to a crier who acts as auctioneer. The stakes are high. The fine pieces of material fetch a high price because they require a great deal of labor. Fatima Zahra equitably redistributes the proceeds of the sale to the women in her fabric cooperative. Fatima has set up the cooperative's workshop in her garden.
For us, white symbolizes the sacred. It's the color of decorum. Making a bazuya jalaba is an artisanal practice done by hand by the women of Bazou. My mother learnt this technique from her grandmother, who learned it from her mother. It's an ancient skill which is handed down from generation to generation.
In Morocco, the white Djellaba from Bazou is worn by the king, members of parliament and other dignitaries. The cloth is entirely made by hand, a long traditional task which takes a single woman around 6 months.
Making a bazuya jalaba involves several stages, and it requires a great deal of time. Compared to other Djellabas, these ones are fashioned with great care. It takes patience and precision because there are many stages and details to respect. Then the Djellaba is given to the dressmaker, and here's the result.